accompany me.
This is Raven coming at you. In this video, I'm in a Greater Rift 100 with the new Demon Hunter set, the Gears of Dreadlands. I already figured out my farming build for Season 21 that I'm going to use when it does start. So I definitely wanted to make something for a Greater Rift. And I found something that I actually really like. I've been playing with, and it's actually working really good. Based on cold, and I got a cold grenade on. Helps my damage. And I'm actually freezing their tails off, constantly freezing them, and that gives me more damage every time I chill an enemy.
My hatred is too low.
It's really working out good, actually. It's not perfect. I'll probably change some things, but I definitely wanted to make something for Greater Rift.
I'm still waiting.
And I constantly freeze their butts off.
I've become more formidable. We need more time.
Almost got this. Got that cold grenade I throw at them. That gives me more damage. I just freeze them all.
Not ready yet.
I'll have to show you the skills here in a second. It's actually working out good.
We need more time.
I'll probably change a couple things. Don't die here.
Not ready yet.
There he is. Who do I got?
I'm still waiting.
Throw a grenade at him, freeze. Constantly chill him, so that gives me more damage all the time.
Need more time.
Uh-oh, got me with the fire. Fire and ice. Got him.
I'm overburdened.
But the build works out good. I think I'm onto something here. I'll have to show you it. But it does work out good. Like I said, I got my farming build all figured out, and that's exactly what I'm going to use for Season 21. So I definitely wanted to make something for a Greater Rift build. See what I could do. Let's go on town here. Greater Rift 100. I was messing with a 90, and I couldn't even get that done till I changed a few things. And I think as I go, maybe change a couple skills here and there, I'll be able to move up further. But we'll see. Get rid of some of this stuff. Convention of elements. Get rid of this. Let me show you this build. Like I said, it's based on cold. Show you what I got in the cube first. Ring of Royal Grandeur, because I'm wearing Death Diggers. Primary skills that generate resource deal 100% additional damage, and I got Frostburn on. Cold skills deal 20% increased damage and have 50% chance to freeze enemies. Of course, Dawn. And I'm wearing Fortress. Attacks grant you a Absorb Shield for 3% of your maximum life. Stacks up 10 times, which works out real good. And this bow here Kmar tent clip. This actually works really good. Stripe gains the effect of drifting shadow run. I've tried that. That actually works pretty good. Of course, the arrows, hanging arrows, granted to pierce, and also deals 540% increased damage on this one. Then I got resistance and focus on. I'm using for the wrist, strong arm bracer. Enemies hit by knockback suffer 29% increased damage. And I got the roll, bolt, rattle, and roll. Stun, knockback enemies you bolt through. That gives me increased damage. And of course the new, well, not new belt, but improved. Hunter's Wrath. Your primary skills attack 30% faster and deal. This it goes up to 200%. This one's 183% increased damage. And then of course my regular set. And I'm wearing Squirt's necklace. While not taking damage dealt is increased by up to 100%. Damage taken is increased up to 50%. And for the gem, I got the Simplicity Strength, increase the damage of primary skills. And of course, Ban of the Trap, I always use that. Increase damage against enemies under the effect of controlling impair effect. Gain an arrow that reduces the movement speed of enemies within 15 yards. And then I got Stone of Vengeance. Damage you deal is increased by 10.8% for every 10 yards between you and enemy. And then maximum increased at 50 yards. 20% chance to hit, stun the enemy for 1 second. And that gives me even more damage. Let me show you these skills here. Of course, rattle and roll. Stun and knockback enemies you bolt through. And I got Icy Trail on Stripe. Leave an icy trail as you move through. And that gives me more damage with the skills I got on. Vengeance. From the shadows, instead of homing rockets, summon allies from the shadows that attack and freeze your enemies. I'm constantly freezing their tail up. And just companion, I got the ferret. And then grenade, I got Cold Grenade. Throw a grenade that explodes and leaves a cloud of cold. Cold Blast. And then I got Hanging Arrow. Devouring Arrow. Increase the damage of the arrow with each enemy pierced. So that's constantly giving me more damage. Let me show you these skills. I got Numbing Trap. Enemies you slow, chill, or hit, their damage are reduced by 25% for 5 seconds. I'm constantly freezing their butts up. I'm constantly chilling. Of course, archery. Crossbow, 50% critical hit damage. More, you deal 40% additional damage to enemies above 75 health. And then increase damage against slowed or chilled enemies by 20%. And I'm constantly chilling them. That's why I got my grenades on. Throw a grenade that explodes and leave a cloud of cold. And then, of course, Icy Trail. Constantly giving me more damage, which is really nice. And it works out actually well. It's a pretty good little build. I wanted to bring that to you. I was just messing around with the build, and it seems to work out really well. Of course, I probably will change some things. Level 100. But like I said, I couldn't even get through a 90 until I was messing around, and I come up with this. And I changed a few more things. I think I can get her up pretty good. She'll go up pretty high. But it's a pretty neat little build. I wanted to bring it to you. If this was helpful and you enjoyed the gameplay, give me a thumbs up. This is Raven. This is Raven out.